Happy Sunday, everyone, from A Case of Living. I want to talk to you just a little bit about the chaos of butterfly effect. I've been talking to you all about the 3D versus the 5D. And of course, with 3D thinking, living in the 3D, we're still living by this mind, the programmable mind. We're still doing things by old patterns. We're societal programming and ancestral DNA imprinting. All of that is affecting us. Versus 5D living, where we are manifesting our lives from our intuitive mind, letting it guide us, and then integrating the thinking mind and saying, come on, you haven't done this yet. This is a new experience for you. You're going to learn new programming. So that's the difference between the two. So when butterfly effect happens, that's when, well, those that are supposed to be in a certain frequency, well, they're not. And so we're in a certain frequency and we're waiting on them to be in frequency. So they show up at a place that is designated and we're waiting and waiting, but they're not there because they're still in 3D patterns. We're in 5D intuitive mode. They're still in 3D mode. And so where's the person? Where's the job? Where's the friend? Where's whatever? I've put the energy out to attract it in. It's not here. Because we have reverse engineered everything, as I explained yesterday, because the universe, which lies within all of us, is a calculated risk taker. It said, hold on a second, we're not going to go back down in the dense energies and I'll get fat from chocolate again. You have to watch the show to get the analogy. But anyway, I'm not anti-chocolate, folks. We're not going to get back down in the dense energies. We're going to come here with our free will already planned out. We're going to have our lives planned. And they're going to be beautiful. Everyone's going to have agreed to stay within the bandwidth, the frequencies of unconditional love. We're not getting in those dense energies. We're going to have beautiful lives. But that it requires that everyone understand the intuitive mind, that everyone be in 5D thinking, living from there. So the ones who aren't, well, they're emanating out chaotic energy, chaotic butterfly effect, and they're not there yet. So you've put out the energy, your correct frequency, your in frequency. You've put out the energy to attract in this beautiful life that you came here to have. And the person that's supposed to be your counterpart in this, the job you're supposed to have, the friend you're supposed to have, your child responding in a specific way, whatever, it's not happening. Well, we get into victim mode. They're not doing what they're supposed to. Okay, you don't even have to know the 3D, 5D thing to get into victim mode. We get into life's not happening the way I think it should. That life's not being fair to me. It's not working out the way I want it to. We get into victim mode really easily. And I'm as guilty as anyone else because we can feel it here. We know that it would be better this way. We feel it. Our energy knows. And so there's this part of us that gets so frustrated and truly feels victimized. Our heart knows. Our heart knows the story. So our heart feels victimized. I know serendipitously. I know we were supposed to do this and we're not. But that's not the energy to be in. That person has the right to be in the level of consciousness they're in. Now, the more of us that get into 5D, the more we're going to be emanating out high vibrational energies, the more the planet's going to come up in vibration, the less of this there's going to be. But until we get there, we're not there. Okay? But the way we get there is for us to all understand. No one is doing anything to us intentionally. They don't know until they know. Just like you didn't know until you knew. You are the foundation for you. It is true. It would be much easier if they knew and if there wasn't this chaotic energy because of butterfly effect. It would be much easier. And you have a right to feel your feels about it. You absolutely do. You have the right to feel like, well, this sucks. I just know it's supposed to be this way and it's not. You have the right to feel that, but feel it. And then let it go. Howlite. Soft is not a word usually used to describe a stone, but it suits Howlite just right. Shh, she whispers. to your monkey mind. Come back to center. Sit in the stillness. It's not that Howlite wants you to curl up in bed with a cup of chamomile tea and call your day done. Quite the opposite. Oh, by the way, that's what, drop my cards. That's what hermit energy does, by the way. Not always, but that's a hermit type energy. Quite the opposite. Howlite knows that your projects and adventures, your conversations, your relationships, they will slide into flow and synchronicity when you are unruffled. Hold your frequency. You stay in frequency. Come back to your center, undistracted by excessive aggravation and random irritations, other people not being in their frequency. This is where your power lies. Power does not mean control over others or energetic manipulation. This means our influence over everything is our free will we did before we came here. Our greatest gift we have is to come here and be who we said we would be, to be in the frequency we said we would be in. Our frequency is our energy. Energy is power. Our power is to be who we said we would be. It's not to exert over others. It is to do our self-care, be ourselves, and then put out so that everyone else will get into the right frequency as well. So we're all having a positive butterfly effect. So instead of chaotic energy, we have the order, the beautiful lives we came here to have. So that's the power we're talking about. It's spiraling upward, not control, not manipulation. Okay? This is where your power lies. It's the still point within you. It's your frequency. Be you. Allow yourself to sink into it. You are your own foundation. So, regardless of who it is or what the situation is, and there's a tower moment. Yeah, tarot world. I'm telling you, tarot is a great tool, all right? When there's a tower moment, you all, get back in frequency, but don't go into victim mode. Don't hermit yourself and then wall yourself up. Hermit yourself and pull yourself back into frequency. Analyze the situation. Do your self-care. Allow yourself to feel the feels, but then go into movement for yourself. See, the Chariot is yin and yang. It's balanced and centered. Okay? This also stands for twin flame, by the way. Just for those who don't know. In tarot world, this is also a twin flame card. I'm going to discuss this with twin flame, about twin flame in just a moment too. But you move. Don't just stay the victim. Be in Queen of Wands mode. The Queen of Wands is energetic. She's Howlite. She takes action. She's gone into the stillness. She's recentered. And then she gets on with her conversations, her plans, her adventures, her projects. She knows she can still do them. So things have not gone exactly right. She's the foundation of them, though. She's still putting out her frequency. So that butterfly effect is not going exactly right. She keeps going down her timeline, putting out her energy. There are other people who are experiencing the same thing you are. There are other people who are experiencing that others who are supposed to be showing up aren't. So they're putting out their frequency as well. You all are going to be putting your energies out for one another. Keep going down your timeline. Keep moving in balance, in frequency. Your Queen of Wands energy, your creative, positive, vibrant energy, vibrancy is going to come out and you are going to attract in. someone else who has done what you've done. They've gone within. They've pulled themselves into frequency. They're looking too. They're looking for someone who's done the work. They're looking for someone who's done the work. Who's got foresight and is looking for a 1 + 1 = 3 relationship, whether it's work, friendship, love, whatever it is, they're looking for that too. And they're thinkers. They're not just blindly doing this. And they're moving. They're not hermiting. They're not standing still. They've got the chariot. They're moving. They're going down their timeline too. This isn't chaotic butterfly effect energy that, oh, maybe they're going to be there, maybe they're not. No, they're coming in. They are coming in with ideas, communication, excitement. They're as excited about you as you are them. The job is excited about you as you are the job. That employer is excited about you as you are them. That friend wants to spend time with you as much as you do that friend. That friend invites you over. That's not the friend that's got the big house that you've never seen. That's the friend that's got the big house that wants you to come over and they want you to use their pool. And then when you invite them to your house, they want to come to your house too. That's the friend that whenever you say, hey, how about we share a pizza? They say, yeah, let's do that. And I'll fix dessert. And yeah, they're that friend. They're that friend when you say, hey, how about a movie? They say, yeah, let's do that. And I'll bring a game. And yeah, they're that friend. They're that friend that's as lit up about you as you are them. They're that person when you say, hey, let's do this project together. They're like, oh, yeah, I've been thinking that too. And this was my idea. And then you hear what they say and they're like, oh, that's what I was thinking too. They're that person because you all have kept moving down the timeline in your frequency. So the negative butterfly effect doesn't matter. It slowed things down a little bit, made things a little chaotic for you. Yeah, but that's okay. Look at things with a new perspective. Yeah, you got hung up some. Yeah, maybe even the people that didn't show up, maybe even miss them. Maybe even you're hurting over them still. Maybe those relationships, maybe you do get that other job sometime or another. Maybe that is the company that eventually you end up with. Maybe that is the person eventually you end up with. Maybe that friendship that isn't going right now, maybe you all do mend that and it becomes an amazing friendship again. Whatever that is, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Your perspective is not poor me or even victim me or righteous indignation me, because there is righteous anger and righteous, yeah, damn straight. I put the time into it. I put the energy into it. I was good to that person and they didn't put energy back into me. And I have the right to feel, yes, there is that. So we can truly be victimized by someone. There is being a victim. Sometimes we truly are. If somebody steals from us, we truly are a victim. The word victim has been hijacked and made a bad thing. Sometimes we are a victim. Sometimes we are told something by someone and we take them at their word and we give equal energy back and then they don't. And so, yes, but we see it differently. Now we see, hold on a second. I'm the foundation for me, not them. I'm my foundation. I'm grounded. I'm my foundation, not them. So there's butterfly effect. I'm going to get centered again, and I'm going to keep going down my timeline. I'm going to look at this differently. That's their level of consciousness. I'm going to forgive it. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to pull my energy to me, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to have a new perspective. I'm going to see I'm going to see it differently. I'm going to see that I don't see what their reasons are, and their reasons don't matter. They're theirs, not mine. I'm my own foundation. They're their foundation. Whatever their reasons are, why ever they're in that level of consciousness, why ever they're putting out what for me is chaotic energy, for them, maybe it's not chaotic energy. Maybe for them, it's because somebody else's butterfly affected them. Who knows? I don't know. And it's not for me to do a judgment on. The man in the moon may know. He can see everything, but we can't see. Another twin flame card, by the way. See all the 2, 2, 2. We don't know. It may be revealed at some time. The moon reveals illusions and delusions. We delude ourselves. We tell ourselves we assume. And we tell ourselves we know. Assuming is, why don't people just talk? Why don't people just tell you? Or why do people do the passive aggressive thing and think you can figure it out? And or if they can hint, or well, they don't. And that's okay. Just you're your own foundation. It doesn't matter. Go on down your timeline and be in the sun and have the best life you can have. You keep putting out your vibrational frequency and you're going to attract in your highest timeline, your best and highest good possible, because there are other people out there in the same boat you're in and they're their own foundation and they figured this out too. And they're like, hold on a second, this negative butterfly effect thing, no damn thing I can do about that. And I could stay in that energy of, well, I don't like this. And I'm going to hermit about this, and I'm going to lick my wounds about this, or I can just be my own foundation. I can fulfill my divine potential and be all I'm supposed to be. I can be in unconditional love, and I can forgive it all and keep moving. And I cannot hold anything against them because I don't know why they're being that way, but it's not about me because I'm in my frequency. So whatever their reason, it's not about me. I can get grounded with Mother Earth. I'm in my cube. I'm in my frequency. Nothing's going to pull me out of it. I know I'm loved. I love me. And I'm putting out the frequency of unconditional love. And I'm going to have unconditional love back. I'm not going to put out a list of, yep, this is how I expect you to be, and have somebody hand me a list of that. No, I'm going down my timeline with, this is me. Look, transparent me. This is me. And that's what I'm going to get back. And it's a beautiful world. It's the sunshine. I'm going to be loved. My employer is going to love me. My job is going to feel like love. My friendships are going to feel like love. I'm going to have relationships that are love. I'm going to be loved. I'm going to surrender to the sweetness of life. It's Venus energy. It's pleasurable. It's joyful. I'm going to make love to life. I am an angel of love. I live in the frequency of unconditional love. So, folks, I understand feeling like the victim. There is righteous victimness when we are in our frequency and other people around us are not, and they're not showing up, and we have chaotic energy and butterfly effect is happening. It sucks. Feel the feels. You have the right to them. That's what this Virgo new moon is about. It is. Virgo energy is, hold on a second, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take care of me. That is a great thing. That's what we're all meant to do, is go in and take care of us. But it's not about staying there. It's about, okay, now it's time to move. It's time to move now. It's time to get myself centered, get myself in frequency. Look at this from a different perspective. Tower moment is over. It is time to find somebody that wants a 1 + 1 = 3. Be in my Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Wands energy, I'm sorry. Got the Knight of Swords rushing in. He's in the floor right now. It is time to understand that those people are still just in the level of consciousness that they're in, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I am going to have a life in the sun. Highlight. I am my own foundation. I am my own foundation. Feel your feels with this new moon. It's a watery new moon. Usually that's a full moon, but it's a watery new moon. Feel your feels. But then keep moving. Take whatever it is that's going on in your life, because that's what this new moon is about. It's not about building new things. It's about looking at what you've already got and how do I proceed with what I've already been doing, whether it's working on yourself or working on relationships or working on projects or all of that. How do I look at my life? What's going on in my life? How do I pull it to center? And how do I proceed? How do I move forward? In the frequency of unconditional love, get myself in frequency and have the life I came here to have.